Hello and welcome to the new Herd Metrics version 5. In this short movie, I'd just like to take you through some of the major reports in the milk production module. So, if we select our icon, go to Milk Management. Now the first report, Milk Recording Analysis, that's applicable if you submit your milk for an official recording. So we're able then to import the milk, fat, protein, lactose if applicable, somatic cell count. And you'll also note within Herd Metrics, we get warnings. That's why they're in red. We have a high somatic cell count. But this cow here has a high fat to protein ratio, so that could be indicative of ketosis. This cow here, she has a low fat to protein ratio, which could be indicative of acidosis. So the cows in red come up as a warning. We're then able to see the production to date, the 305 production, and obviously a report showing the completed lactations. We're also able to break that down by selecting the summary, and that will then break it down into first calvers, second calvers, and older cows. We have our daily milk meter yields, but importantly, we have our milk meter yield alerts. And there we can pull out the cows who haven't realized the milk yield that we expected. We can look at the last 7 days of milk meter yields on one specific report. And finally, we have our SPP, our standard peak production reports, and this is under production analysis. So if we look here, the summary, this is a very powerful report because it will highlight changes of feed, changes of management. And what we can see here is that the cows are milking very strongly at the back end. The blue line, that's the SPP. And essentially, if that line is straight, what that means is that the cows are perfectly following a lactation curve. And as you can see, you get an SPP value. If we look at the recording sheets within Herd Metrics, you'll also notice that you have the SPP figure, but you also have the kilograms of milk. So essentially what we do is we take the production and then adjust it for stage of lactation and numbers of lactations so we can compare all the cows together. If we close this report and we then look here at the SPP report over the last 4 recordings, here we can look over a period of time how our cows are producing milk. So here if I look between 5 to 60 days, I can just look at the top line and say, well, in fact, the fresh calved animals were milking better in January, you see this figure of 52, compared to April. As we look further down and we look at the cows later in lactation, you can see very consistent, very consistent. So in fact, if we do have a problem, it really is with this group of animals sitting here. So SPP, we always say, helps to make your milk meters twice as valuable because it enables you to look on a 7-day average and really monitor the herd effectively. So all this information is under milk management. I hope that you found that helpful, and if you have any questions, please call the Herd Metrics Help Desk.